Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. I'm Jennifer, and today we're diving into a topic that's close to many of our hearts, the art of positive self-talk.
Hi, I'm Thomas, and we're here to discuss how transforming self-criticism into positive self-talk can help you build self-confidence and improve your mindset. Stick with us for tips and exercises to help you reframe your inner dialogue.
Let's start with the basics. Self-talk is the internal dialogue we have with ourselves. It can be positive or negative, and it influences how we perceive situations and ourselves. Recognizing this inner voice is the first step toward change.
That's right. Negative self-talk often stems from self-doubt or fear. It might sound like, I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed. These thoughts can be damaging over time, but they're not the truth. They're just beliefs we can challenge.
Positive self-talk, on the other hand, involves affirming your strengths and focusing on constructive thoughts. It's not about ignoring reality, but about shifting your perspective to focus on growth and solutions.
Exactly. For instance, instead of saying, I can't do this, try saying, this is challenging, but I'm capable of figuring it out. The words we choose matter because they shape our confidence and outlook on life.
I love that example, Thomas. Another way to understand self-talk is by imagining how you'd encourage a friend. You wouldn't speak harshly to them, so why do it to yourself? Be your own cheerleader.
Well said, Jennifer, and the great news is that self-talk is a habit, which means it can be changed. It takes practice, but with time, you can train your mind to default to positivity rather than criticism.
A key step in transforming self-talk is recognizing when it turns negative. Pay attention to phrases like I always mess up or I'm so bad at this. These absolutes often exaggerate the truth and create unnecessary stress.
That's a great point, Jennifer. Another sign of negative self-talk is when you focus too much on flaws rather than strengths. If you find yourself saying, I failed this task, try reframing it as, this didn't work, but I learned something valuable.
Exactly, Thomas. Awareness is everything. I recommend journaling your thoughts for a few days. It helps you notice patterns and identify triggers. Once you see how often negativity creeps in, you'll be ready to reframe it.
Absolutely. When you catch a negative thought, pause and question it. Ask, is this thought realistic? Am I being fair to myself? Often, you'll realize it's a distorted perception, not the reality of the situation.
That's so true. For example, instead of thinking, I'll never be good at this, challenge that by saying, I'm improving with practice, and it's okay to take time to grow. It's about focusing on progress, not perfection.
I agree, Jennifer. It's also helpful to use neutral language if positivity feels unnatural at first. Instead of I'm terrible at this, say I'm working on improving this skill. Neutral phrasing is a great bridge toward building positive habits.
Once you've recognized and challenged negative thoughts, it's time to replace them with affirmations. These are positive statements that align with your goals. For instance, saying, I am capable of learning new things can boost your confidence.
Yes, affirmations work because they reinforce the beliefs you want to cultivate. Start small by writing down a few positive statements that resonate with you. Keep them visible, like on your desk or mirror, to remind yourself regularly.
That's a fantastic tip, Thomas. Repetition is key here. Your brain adapts to the thoughts you focus on most. If you consistently tell yourself, I am resilient, you'll start to internalize that belief and act accordingly.
Exactly, Jennifer. Another trick is to tie affirmations to daily actions. For example, say, I am organized and productive before starting work. Pairing positive thoughts with habits helps ingrain them into your routine more naturally.
I agree, Thomas. And don't forget to celebrate small wins along the way. Affirmations should remind you of your progress. Saying, I handled that situation well reinforces positive behaviors and motivates you to keep going.
Absolutely. Jennifer, building this habit is like strengthening a muscle. It takes effort at first, but the more you practice positive self-talk, the more it becomes second nature. Over time, you'll feel a noticeable shift in your mindset.
Another powerful tool is visualization. Picture yourself succeeding at something you're working on, like giving a presentation. Imagine the details: your confident posture, clear voice, and the positive reactions. It makes success feel achievable.
Visualization is incredibly effective, Jennifer. It primes your brain to focus on success rather than fear. When you rehearse success mentally, it reduces anxiety and boosts confidence when you face the real situation.
Exactly, Thomas. And don't just picture the outcome, focus on the steps too. Visualize how you'll prepare and handle challenges along the way. This creates a roadmap in your mind, making the journey feel manageable.
That's a great point. Visualization also works well with affirmations. While imagining yourself succeeding, repeat statements like, "I am prepared and capable." It reinforces both the mental image and the belief in your abilities.
Absolutely, Thomas. Another tip is to practice visualization during quiet moments, like before bed. This helps your brain process positive images and thoughts overnight, setting you up for success the next day.
I love that, Jennifer, and remember, visualization isn't about perfection. It's about building confidence and clarity. Even if things don't go exactly as imagined, the practice prepares you to respond with resilience and confidence.
One of the most important aspects of positive self-talk is embracing mistakes. Instead of criticizing yourself when something goes wrong, view it as a learning opportunity. Every mistake is a chance to grow and improve, not a reason for self-criticism.
Exactly, Jennifer. It's crucial to remember that failure is not the end, but part of the process. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "I learned something valuable and I'll use this lesson to do better next time." Shifting that mindset makes all the difference.
That's right, Thomas. In fact, successful people often fail more than they succeed, but they never let it stop them. By reframing mistakes as opportunities for growth, you develop resilience and the courage to keep moving forward.
Exactly, and don't be afraid to make mistakes in front of others. When you accept that everyone messes up from time to time, it takes away the pressure. People will appreciate your authenticity more than they'll criticize your imperfections.
I love that, Thomas. Plus, being kind to yourself when you make mistakes builds your inner strength. It's about treating yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend in a similar situation.
That's a great point, Jennifer. So next time you make a mistake, remind yourself that it's okay and that you're learning and improving. This attitude will boost your self-confidence and create a healthier relationship with failure.
Another powerful tool for boosting positive self-talk is gratitude. By focusing on the things you're grateful for, you shift your attention from what's going wrong to what's going right. This simple practice can dramatically improve your mindset.
I completely agree. Jennifer, gratitude helps reframe your thoughts in a positive light. Try starting your day by listing 3 things you're thankful for. This sets a positive tone for the rest of the day and reduces negative self-talk.
That's a great idea, Thomas. Also, gratitude can help you see the bigger picture. When you feel overwhelmed by self-criticism, remembering what you're thankful for can remind you of your strengths and achievements.
Exactly. Gratitude has a way of helping us find balance. It helps us recognize the positives in ourselves, our experiences, and our surroundings, which naturally leads to more compassionate self-talk.
Yes, Thomas. And remember, gratitude doesn't have to be big gestures. It's as simple as appreciating a good cup of coffee or a nice conversation with a friend. These small moments can lift your spirits and shift your mindset.
Absolutely, and when combined with positive self-talk, gratitude creates a positive cycle. The more grateful you are, the more you'll notice the good in yourself and in life. It's a practice that grows stronger the more you use it.
Positive self-talk isn't a one-time thing, it's about consistency. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. To build consistency, Try setting reminders throughout the day to check in with your thoughts and reframe negativity.
That's a great tip, Jennifer. One method I find helpful is keeping a positive self-talk journal. Every day, write down your successes, no matter how small, and the positive things you told yourself. It's an excellent way to track progress.
I love that idea, Thomas. It's powerful to see your growth over time. You'll start to notice how much kinder you are to yourself and how much more confident you feel as a result. Plus, it reinforces those positive beliefs.
Exactly, and consistency isn't about being perfect. Some days will be harder than others, and that's okay. The key is to keep practicing, even when you feel like you've slipped back into negative thinking.
Absolutely, Thomas. When you notice negative self-talk creeping in, gently guide yourself back to positivity. The more you do it, the easier it becomes to reframe those thoughts naturally, and soon, positive self-talk will be your default mode.
That's right, and over time, as you consistently practice positive self-talk, you'll see a noticeable shift in how you approach challenges and view yourself. Your self-confidence will grow, and so will your resilience.
Affirmations are a powerful tool for transforming your self-talk. They are short, positive statements you can repeat daily to challenge negative thoughts and reinforce your worth. For example, I am capable of achieving my goals.
Absolutely, Jennifer, using affirmations consistently helps rewire your brain. At first, it might feel unnatural, but over time, your mind starts to believe them, and they can dramatically shift your mindset towards a more positive, confident outlook.
Exactly, Thomas. And the key is to make your affirmations specific and meaningful. Instead of just saying, I'm confident, try something like, I am confident in my ability to speak clearly and effectively. The more personal, the better.
That's a great point, Jennifer, and another important aspect is to say your affirmations with feeling. Don't just repeat them passively, really believe them and feel the positive energy. The emotion behind the affirmation makes it more powerful.
Definitely. It's like planting seeds of confidence. The more you water them with positivity, the more they'll grow. Over time, these affirmations will not only improve your self-talk, but will make you feel more confident in your actions and decisions.
And you can do this anywhere while you're getting ready in the morning, during your commute, or even before a big presentation. The more you integrate affirmations into your daily routine, the more natural they will become.
Another way to encourage positive self-talk is by recognizing and celebrating your small wins. These victories don't have to be huge to be important. When you acknowledge your progress, you're reinforcing positive behavior and building self-esteem.
That's right, Jennifer, even the smallest step forward counts. It could be completing a task you've been avoiding, speaking up in a meeting, or just finishing a difficult project. Celebrate it. Each small win is a building block for your confidence.
Exactly, Thomas. Sometimes we get so caught up in the bigger goals that we forget to celebrate these smaller achievements. But every small win is a sign of progress and can serve as a powerful reminder of what you are capable of.
And it's important to share these wins with others too. Let people know when you've achieved something, even if it seems minor. It's a way to acknowledge your success and also invite support and positive reinforcement from others.
Yes, sharing your wins with others can be so empowering. It reinforces that you are doing well, and the positive feedback you get helps to solidify your self-belief. Plus, it can inspire others to recognize their wins too.
Exactly, Jennifer, the more you celebrate these little victories, the more they'll add up, and soon you'll find yourself looking back and realizing how far you've come. It's all about building momentum.
Building positive self-talk takes time, so it's important to practice self-compassion. Don't be too hard on yourself if you struggle or don't see immediate results. Just like any other habit, it takes time and patience to develop.
Absolutely. It's easy to expect instant change, but real progress comes gradually. When you slip into negative self-talk, don't beat yourself up. Instead, gently guide yourself back to a positive mindset and remind yourself that growth is a process.
Exactly, Thomas. The key is not perfection, but persistence. Acknowledge that you are working on becoming better, and that's already a huge step. The journey of self-improvement is ongoing, and there will always be room for growth.
And remember, everyone has moments of doubt or negativity. It's normal. What matters is how you respond to those moments. Treat yourself with kindness and don't let temporary setbacks stop your progress.
That's so true, Thomas. Self-compassion means being gentle with yourself when you make mistakes or fall short of your expectations. It's a reminder that you are worthy of love and respect, regardless of your flaws or failures.
Exactly, so give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. Be kind to yourself in moments of self-doubt and celebrate your progress along the way. Your confidence will strengthen as you continue practicing positive self-talk and self-compassion.
Visualization is another powerful tool to boost positive self-talk. By imagining yourself succeeding in challenging situations, you create a mental image that helps you align with your goals and build confidence. See yourself doing well before you even begin.
Exactly. When you visualize success, you're essentially training your mind to expect positive outcomes. It helps reduce anxiety and builds a sense of familiarity with the task at hand, making it feel less intimidating when you're actually doing it.
And remember, Thomas, the more vividly you can imagine these scenarios, the more effective it is. Try to engage all your senses when visualizing. Imagine the sounds, the feelings, and even the smells. Make it as real as possible.
That's a great tip, Jennifer. Visualization works best when it's detailed. When you practice this regularly, it becomes a powerful tool that connects your self-talk with positive action. You start believing in your success because you've already mentally rehearsed it.
And you can use this technique before presentations, meetings, or even before going into new social situations. It's all about making yourself feel prepared and capable. Visualize, and you'll step into those moments with more confidence.
Exactly. It's like an athlete visualizing winning a race. It sets a mental foundation for success. With positive self-talk and visualization combined, you're laying the groundwork for success in both personal and professional challenges.
When working on positive self-talk, it's important to be aware of negative triggers. These are people, situations, or environments that make you feel insecure or question your abilities. Identifying these triggers helps you manage your reactions better.
Right. Jennifer, we all have triggers that can bring out self-doubt. For example, maybe you get negative feedback at work or a particular person always criticizes you. Recognizing these triggers can help you prepare and protect your mental state.
Exactly, Thomas. Once you're aware of your triggers, you can take steps to either avoid them or reframe your reaction. For instance, if negative comments make you feel small, remind yourself that their opinions don't define your worth.
And you don't have to engage in every negative conversation or situation. Sometimes it's about setting boundaries, reminding others or even yourself that negativity won't be tolerated. Protect your mental space so your self-talk remains positive.
That's a crucial point, Thomas. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. Protecting your mind from negativity isn't selfish. It's necessary for maintaining a healthy mental environment. Surround yourself with people who lift you up.
Absolutely, Jennifer. And if you find that certain environments are too overwhelming, it might help to take a break or engage in self-care practices afterward. Recharging helps you maintain a positive mindset for the next challenge.
Patience is a critical element in transforming self-talk. You won't see changes overnight, and that's okay. Building positive self-talk is a long-term process, and every small step forward counts, even if you don't immediately notice the changes.
Exactly, Jennifer. It's about persistence, not perfection. You'll likely encounter setbacks, but that doesn't mean you're failing. Every time you catch yourself thinking negatively and shift it, you're building a new, more positive habit.
That's right, Thomas. It's all about consistency. Every time you consciously choose to replace a negative thought with a positive one, you're making progress. Over time, these small moments of awareness add up to significant improvements in your mindset.
And Jennifer, don't forget that it's okay to have moments where you struggle. Progress doesn't mean perfection. The key is persistence and allowing yourself to be imperfect while still striving for growth. Self-compassion is part of the process.
Absolutely. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself as you work through these challenges. Remember, even on days when it feels hard, you're still making progress. Keep going, and those small shifts in self-talk will lead to big changes.
And remember to celebrate the little victories along the way. Each time you notice a positive shift in your thinking, that's a win. Keep building on those moments, and soon you'll have a much stronger, more confident mindset.
And that wraps up today's episode on the art of positive self-talk. We hope you found these tips and strategies helpful in transforming your mindset and building self-confidence.
Remember, the journey to positive self-talk takes time and persistence, but with patience, you can change the way you think and how you view yourself. Keep practicing, and you'll see progress.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay positive, and we'll see you next time.
Take care and keep believing in yourself.